So what do the farmers highlight as their key research needs? Livestock health seems to be a common theme.
System sehen muss. Das fängt eigentlich an bei der Fläche. Wir können uns nicht loslösen von der Fläche, sondern wir müssen sehen, von der Fläche kommt nachher das Futter. Und je nachdem, wie das Futter zusammengesetzt ist, sind die Kühe gesund. Und wenn die Kühe ungesund sind, dann finde ich das nachher in der Gülle und die Gülle kommt wieder auf die Fläche. Und damit habe ich so einen gewissen Kreislauf. Und ich muss mal sehen, wie weit können wir diesen Kreislauf etwas entlasten, zum Beispiel bei Stickstoff und so weiter. Und die Effizienz beim Stickstoff verbessern, das ist auch der Wunsch der Politik. Ja. Und ansonsten haben Grünlandstandorte von der Politik
Health, feeding and good genetics. And you can double your production.
There's research interest in the cycling of elements such as carbon within livestock.
And the other thing that's come to me with the heightened interest in that around carbon issues and that is from a life cycle assessment that I've done for our place here, where we are just slightly better than carbon neutral here, partly because of our farm forestry operation and that. It came to me a bit of a surprise that something of the order of between 75 and 85%, depending on the time of the year and this type of season we experience, of our carbon footprint comes from methane production from our sheep, predominantly from our sheep.
There are still many needs with respect to plant-soil interactions.
I know there's been some work done on the fate of phosphorus, applied phosphorus. Like we've had for 30 odd years been applying various forms of fertiliser here, and you've only got to stop applying it for a couple of years and it very quickly drops off, and yet doing the budgets, it's only a very small proportion of the phosphorus that we've applied has actually gone off the place. The rest of it's been fixed, and that's in part because of our high soil acidity. I think it'd be nice if more research was directed at finding out whether there is some ways to either prevent the soil locking up the applied phosphorus so quickly and so tightly, and if that's not possible, then what is required is some ameliorant to apply to the soil that will slowly unlock the applied phosphorus so that it can become available to plant growth.
No, je to asi tady takový ten problém všeobecný u těch pastvin, nevím jak to je v celém světě, ale tady prostě výskyt šťovíků a rozmáhají se tady teďka nějaký nový plevely. Dotací jsme vázaný teda nějakému závazku, jelikož jsme farma ekologická, takže celá farma je v agro-envy a u některých těch pozemků nebo u těch pastvin, co jsou v chráněných oblastech, tak tam
we have a big problem to use machineries in our hilly area, because our hilly area with lot of we have a lot of disturbances, like a lot of gravels in there. So therefore we need to find a better solution, better machineries for our field.
There's continuing interest in plant breeding.
I think we've got a very valuable set of native perennial grasses, and to make it a bit provocative, I would say if we'd spent the same amount of money on looking into them and improving selections and all that sort of thing as we have into some of the exotic grasses, then we would be in a better shape to face the increasing variability of the climate that we're confronted with. Whether it's possible to have selections in that of subtropical grasses and that in this area to take advantage of the episodic rainfall events.
Quality seed for maximum fodder and nutritional fodder and less irrigation water for growth.
Actually, we don't have proper grassland in our farm. We only use natural grasslands for our grazing. But if we have improved varieties with the grasslands, so we can use them for our animals.
Perhaps the challenge to research is still getting research outcomes to users. Clearly, access to training and extension services can dramatically improve farm systems.
Che cosa chiederei? Io diciamo che questo l'ho già fatto anche grazie all'ausilio di ricercatori da alcuni anni, però devo dire che quello che chiederei non è tanto in termini di ricerca, perché vedo che la ricerca si dà da fare abbastanza avanzata. Quello che manca, io credo di essere stato fortunato per aver avuto il contatto giusto, quello che manca è che vedo che manca in linea generale che tutto quello che la ricerca sa non viene trasferito in maniera importante al mondo agropastorale. Io devo dire per la verità che sono stato fortunato perché questo mi viene trasferito in maniera diretta per contatti diciamo più casuali, fortuiti che istituzionali. Mentre invece abbiamo un sistema di assistenza tecnica molto importante che non è che non trasferisce, ha fatto molto, però credo che abbiamo a disposizione delle innovazioni importanti, molto materiale che invece si fa fatica a trasferirlo. Credo che questo sia un aspetto da curare meglio, poi dal punto di vista della ricerca non so esprimermi e vedere, cioè, quello che sto facendo già per me è importante. Ecco. Credo che lo sto facendo io, qualcuno sta copiando più da me che da quello che viene trasmesso dall'apparato che dovrebbe. Insomma, un maggior collegamento fra ricerca e trasferimento credo che sarebbe utile.
And right now, I would say 80 or over 80% of our neighbors practice the same management as we do right now, and which is a really good results. And a few years ago, and so only 3 of us, and or started the practice with you guys, but now the neighbors just come and to learn from us, and their practice is the same thing. The income is really improved, and so we think, and in the future, sheep husbandry and or sheep business, and can be the core income and for us.
So what do our farmers aspire to with their grassland farming systems?
Typically 3 to 4% or 4% organic matter around here. When I go to 6, I get pretty excited, because I think if there was one number that is important to me, if my organic matter is coming up, I feel like it's not only sustainable, we're improving this resource.
Standortsituation, dass wir einen arrondierten Betrieb haben, die Flächen liegen günstig zum Hofgebäude, die Kühe können die alle nutzen und erreichen, ohne lange Triebwege, weil wir mittendrin mit dem Betrieb in unseren Flächen. Das kann ich hier auch zeigen.
So can grassland farming still result in a decent standard of living?
At this point in time, I'd have to say no.
Questo è il lavoro che io ho sempre fatto molto volentieri, mi è sempre piaciuto farlo. Lo stanno facendo i miei figli, oggi lo facciamo, io l'ho fatto sempre con grande entusiasmo, oggi lo faccio con gran fatica. I miei figli non sanno tutta quella che è la realtà, perché tendo un po' a proteggerli, perché ho paura che si scoraggino anche loro. Quello che io vorrei che possa succedere è che si possa lavorare tranquillamente per viverci decorosamente, cosa che avveniva fino ad alcuni anni tutto sommato.
Auch, dass wir dann einige finanzielle Möglichkeiten haben. Wir sind nicht total überschuldet, obwohl wir dann natürlich den Zug auf Flächen noch nicht alle bezahlt haben. Aber wenn man dann weiß, welche Wertsteigerung wir beim Grund und Boden haben, war das sicherlich ein...
A inseminação artificial em 1963. E de lá para cá, nós nunca mais paramos de inseminar. Sempre buscando o topo da genética que as centrais trabalham hoje, sempre procurando usar aquilo de melhor que tem disponível. Até que veio a produção de embriões, que no início ela não era acessível para nós que éramos produtores de leite, ela era uma tecnologia cara, que praticamente só os selecionadores de gado de raça.
V době nebo v této situaci nebo v tomhletom období, kdy jsme vstoupili do Evropské unie a plynou sem dotace, tak si myslím, že moje životní úroveň si myslím, že je dobrá. Jo. Nestěžuju si.
So what is the role of international congresses? Is there a role in forming common methodologies and languages?
Dazu leisten. Wir reden dann immer über Bilanzen und Man redet wunderbar aneinander vorbei, weil jeder ein bisschen anders rechnet. Ich war neulich bei den Holländern und da haben die uns was erzählt, was die dann alles konnten mit ihrem Stickstoff und da habe ich gesagt, das passt ja gar nicht. Ja, aber die rechneten ja auch ganz anders. Ne?
Perhaps it's about working together to help countries to improve their own grassland systems.
But here I want to mention because we don't need to import everything, every machinery. So we can make here because we have a lot of scientists, we have a lot of information and we have knowledge. But only thing is we need to get together and make a best instrument and a best solution for our challenges, I think.
Do farmers actually know what they need from us as scientists?
I think scientists serve a very important task, but in our particular system, we're more trying to react to the environment and what's in front of us, and so there's not as much daydreaming about wonder if we could alter this or alter that. It's more about if we can alter our management to more reflect the environment that we're working in. So. Well, I do think scientists are important and play an important part. On our particular farm, I've never had a daydream about what a scientist could work on to change our operation.
We hope this has now inspired you to think critically about why we are here and what we need to achieve to service the needs of grassland farmers everywhere.
If we can get together, we can improve our production individually and as a whole country.